Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. The main game of Kingdom Battle took me about 5 months, give or take a couple of days. I have no idea what this is gonna absolutely do. No, I would not like to go to Ubisoft Connect. Because on top of the fact we have the main game, we have 3 DLCs I gotta handle. Do I think this is also going to take me another 5 months? Strangely enough, no. Hopefully not. I can't predict the future. But of course, we're hopping on the main game on a new save file. Mario, Rad, Peach, Beepo, I'm so relieved to see you. The rabbits are especially exuberant today. Someone has misplaced Rabbid Mario's overalls. They're missing and he's too embarrassed to come out from the bush he's hiding in. Ooh, if I catch the thief who took my overalls, where are they? Can you please look and find Rabbid Mario's overalls? Try checking the trees or the bushes.
Consider it done, my beloved princess. We are happy to serve.
Holy crap. So, I just realized how, information loaded this first episode is gonna be. As you can see there, the rabbits speak in this game. And I don't know how I feel about it, even to this day. Like, in the first game, they technically said, the occasional word or so. But here, they're speaking full-blown sentences. Sorta. There's an in-universe explanation I'll have to read when we get to that. But, yeah, this is the game. So, here we have Mario and Rad Peach. We don't start off with 3 party members, we instead start off with 2. And we have Beepo floating above us. And yes, you now control the character in front and not Beepo himself. So, there's a lot of things I need to get out of the way first. One of the first things I'll say is that you may notice that my camera may occasionally drift. Or the characters may occasionally drift. It's not doing it right now. That's because I'm not playing this with my usual Bluetooth controller. I'm playing this with my Joy-Con controller, which, to say the least, is suffering from a lot of Joy-Con drift. It's not that bad when it's in the system, but obviously I'm playing this on a monitor connected to my laptop in order to actually record this. So, yeah, that could be a problem. Hopefully it's not, and I'll explain why later. Because I would absolutely love to stick to my regular Bluetooth controller, but sadly, again, a reason I'll explain later, I can't do it. Another thing I also want to get out of the way first is that, and this is kind of a big jump, I know, but I want to state this now. I do not hate this game. Alright? I've been literally, ever since I started playing Kingdom Battle, I was kind of thinking how in the world would I explain how I feel about this game. And I think if I can sum it up in one sentence, this sequel does a lot of things I feel like a sequel should do, but also does a little bit more of things I think a sequel shouldn't do. I'll explain those more as we go on, and I'll, obviously at the end of the series, I'll give my, big overall final thoughts, usually during the credits. Maybe I'll even make a separate episode for that. But yeah, so I'm just getting this out of the way first. I don't hate this game. I really don't. There are a lot of things I like about it, and I'll get to those as we go through. Also, something I just realized, as you saw there, Beepo can speak, and I thought that was actually gonna, tone down how much reading I was gonna have to do, considering, I kept tripping on my words in the Kingdom Battle. Then I remember that everybody speaks in this game, so I'm probably having the same chances of messing up in this that I had last time. So, yeah, we have a quest. Find Rabbid Mario's overalls. Yeah. We're here in a somewhat of a remake of Princess Peach's Castle. Doesn't look the same as it does before, but what are you gonna do? And yeah, like I said, the rabbits speak. People always tell me to move R to look around. I have no idea why. Trust me, my R button's gonna be moving a lot more than I would like it to. Some mushrooms. Shake a bush. You ever heard the phrase, hold X to boost? Makes no sense to me, but what do I know? Yep, we can also run in this game. You kind of already move naturally fast in the first game. And so it only makes... Yeah, you can also run and hit into things. I should probably slow down. So, considering how open this game is supposed to be, it's gonna end up doing this. Those aren't Rabbid Marios for sure, but I smell something fishy. These overalls are mine. Check the size on the tag if you don't believe me. We have Luigi and Rabbid Luigi. Rabbid Luigi looking a lot different in this game. And I'll explain more about him later, but as for now, we're gonna hold off. This is the Rabbid Peach statue from the first game. Again, not where it was last time. They basically remade this whole thing. We have Toad. What's going on with the rabbits around here? They're usually more rabbity than usual. Saw us there in the little Passover. This is Rabbid Kong. I was gonna say he should be wearing an RK tag, but that's how I remembered. Oh yeah, his is literally just DK. Fake bushes. There's Nature's Piggy Bank. Over here we have the washing machine, I think? I mean, it is the washing machine, but it's like way too small this time. Ever heard of the new spaceship? Beepo, can I heard you built a new spaceship. Beepo, can I fly it? Yeah, I guess they decided it was a good idea to take apart the washing machine. And again, it's a lot smaller now. It's weird. Got the overalls, now we can pick this up and bring it back. We don't need Beepo to lift our items anymore, we can just pick them up ourselves.
I'm back.
Back in business. Oh, you found your overalls, right, Mario? I knew I should have hit them somewhere else.
Aha!
Ah, yes, you want to be just like Rabbid Mario, but only one of us can look this good and casual alternative to pants. I mean, to be fair, he wasn't wearing overalls in the first game. Rabbid Luigi wasn't. He was wearing a really long shirt.
Yay!
All's well that ends well. Now we can enjoy a beautiful day in peace and harmony.
With our latest adventure complete, we can now kick back and relax, safe in the knowledge that everything is under control.
Something else I want to point out about Beepo's talking, I think it was a late addition in the game, and it's going to take a while for me to bring that back up, but I will say this, I do think that was a very late addition.
Huh? Wait! Oh
From cover to cover. Reach the area. I can start off a regular battle mission, where instead starting off with a reach the area.
Don't panic, Rabbid Peach. We'll just stroll casually along the back of this flying creature and reach your location in no time. Uh-oh. Strike the words casual, stroll, and don't panic. We've got hostiles incoming! Mario, take cover and don't get caught out in the open. Move from cover to cover and remember to attack.
Alright, this is our first battle. Take cover. Get behind and protect your heroes from enemies. When taking cover, you can aim with ZL at enemies and hit them while remaining protected.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, so really big gameplay difference off the bat. We are no longer in a cell-based area. We're no longer restricted to a single line of movement. Instead, we have this big open area that functions as our base. Admittedly, this thing is a little confusing to explain, and there are still technically cells and angles you can work with, but the game itself is a lot more open. I really do like this change. I don't know if it's better, but it is definitely different. And I already know the overall consensus that a lot of people prefer this more. Another thing that's also changed is how our abilities, our selection at the bottom of the screen. Instead of having, moving left and right on our D-pad or control pad, we instead press buttons. I think this was made to be a little bit more snappy, but at the same time, it is kind of awkward to get used to, especially after I just played, like, Kingdom Battle not too long ago. So, Mario is very different in this game. He instead has these, the dual slingers. Fires 2 projectiles, either one target or two separate ones, in front of the first target, then select a second. Every hero in this game has a different weapon. Mario can attack 2 enemies with his, or attack a single enemy. Boom. He moves, he attacks. We'll get around here, we can do the same thing as we did last time. There's my stick drifting again.
Rabbid Peach is within reach! Focus on getting to her now by moving to the tip of the manta's tail.
Another thing you probably also noticed is that we don't have a turn limit. Yeah, turn limits are gone. There's no reason to rush any of these stages anymore. I mean, I'm still gonna, like, play fast and loose as I always do, but that's just how it is. Tough egg to crack. Destroy Manta's weak points.
Rabbid Peach, you're safe! Despite the mysterious, malevolent energy sabotaging our weapons!
Ah, yes, that.
Neutralizing our weapons? Ha! We'll simply rely on our powerful dash move that has saved the day for us during many a battle.
Yeah, I'll explain this whole weapon stuff in a minute.
Using dash, we can jar those egg-like things loose once they're in your possession. You can throw them at the creature's orb-shaped eyeball protuberances, its weak spots.
Destroy the Manta's weak points.
Time to handle business.
Yep, like I said, they full-blown speak now. Another thing you probably also noticed is that all the Rabbids don't have the same voice anymore. They now all have different voice actors and don't use the generic sound Rabbids sound clips. Something else I also just remembered, this was Charles Martinet's last game, if I'm correct, of him voicing Mario. Which is kind of a weird game to go out. Not like a mainline Mario title. A spin-off that's a collaboration. So, similar to Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kong DLC, we can just grab and throw stuff in this. So, did that. Dash. Chuck this thing. And hide behind cover.
to find a way to get over it. Time for some team jumping.
Time to team jump. You can team jump to reach the last Dark Mess egg. During a team jump, heroes are free to move around while in the air. Just be aware of the timer. Team jumping in this game works differently. Because we don't have a grid to work with, we instead jump in the air and grab onto Beepo, like it's shown in that cutscene. There's a timer before he has to drop us, and that can be upgraded later. Gather heroes close to perform a team jump by standing still to another hero. By standing still next to another hero, you can reveal their maximum team jump distance. It's the yellow ring. When a hero enters another hero's movement, this area will become a highlighted yellow, and the shoe icon for the latter will be highlighted as well. I completely forgot that was a mechanic. So we can come over here, jump off Rat Peach, and land. Mario can dash again. We got this egg. Chuck it. And we win.
Nailed it!
Oh.
Shot in the darkness. Defeat all. Finally some actual action.
Our weapons have been reactivated. Time to take cover, take aim, and fire at those baddies. Just beware that this dimension works quite differently than our own. You cannot move after you shoot.
Oh, how glorious! Yeah, so... Oh boy. Enemy behind partial cover, yeah, I kinda already showed that off. Line of sight with the dash line, some weapons can bypass partial cover to hit an enemy when they're behind them. After you shoot, you cannot move anymore during that turn, and be sure to take cover first.
Let's go.
So, this is admittedly, I think, a change that a lot of people didn't like. In the first game, you could basically do any of your actions at any point. You can attack first, move, use an ability, attack, move. It was basically up to your choice. In this game, because movement is absolutely busted, especially how you can do it, you instead have to... attacking is essentially the last thing you can do. Which really does suck, because sometimes it's really easy to forget that. And again, since I played the first game right before this, I would not be surprised if I somehow forgot. Rat Peach has the Triple Troll. It's a weak firing weapon, fires 3 projectiles at a curved trajectory as single target, ignores partial cover. So yeah, again, heroes in this game have different weapons, and for hers, it's an arc shot.
It's been real.
Enemies move. I can activate the speed up function. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing that's going to break that.
Sleepy time.
Jump with Mario. Have to land all the way over here. And dash. Random Goombas! Headlong into the unknown. Another defeat all. That vicious, horrible monster is Cursa. We barely escaped it. Now it won't stop chasing us.
This cursor is well out of range. Yet the energy readings I'm picking up from it are beyond my ability to measure.
I can help. I can give Mario the ability to power up his attacks. He'll even have the same effect on his friends.
We'll take all the help we can get. Mario, be sure to see what this new ability of yours can do. Speaking of abilities... remember that both of you have your signature techniques at your disposal. I have a feeling you're going to need them.
Yep. Defeat all. 13. Now you can choose between attacks, attack ZL or techniques ZR and Sparks L. Remember, each hero has 2 action points per turn. Don't forget about Dash. His movement abilities do not consume action points, but they do have their own counters. To reach a better position, you might need to use a team jump. It also does not consume an action point, but it does have their own counters.
Let's go.
So, this is pretty weird, all things considered. In the first game, you would have 2 weapons, 1 movement, and then 2 techniques. In this game, heroes only have 1 weapon, 1 technique, and currently 1 spark. So, I can dash these Goombas. And Mario's technique is Hero Sight. We're probably really familiar with this. I use this a lot in the main game. Targets moving within range of the hero's line of sight are dealt 100% damage. Plus, any super effect has 1 charge. I can activate the technique and then still keep moving. So, let's use Starburst Turbocharge. Allies within range deal 20% more damage with attacks and movement abilities. Now, this sounds familiar because it's Mario's Empower. Yeah, he's been stripped of his second ability and instead it's been put on a Spark. That's actually very common for a lot of these, a lot of the heroes in this game, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's, well, he has a heal, but, you know, it's not gonna give you the description. The attack, and now we let them game move.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we got hit a bit.
Okie dokie.
Something else I should probably point out is that now we have actual Mario enemies in this game. Right, Peach. Hang on, let me move first. Start off, we just have basic Goombas, but I'll talk more about them later. I could put her out in the open. Yeah, heals the hero and ally within range for 20% HP.
Healing vibes, literally.
Right, I gotta turn that back on, don't I? Virus projectile, current trajectory, yeah, I already talked about that. It's right at him. That's the enemies. Mario gets hit. Alright, Peach, you can walk over. I didn't mean to do that, but that's yet another mechanic you can do. You can vault over half covers.
Sleepy time.
Battle clear. And we have XP now. That's yet another difference. In this game, originally you would level up after the end of each world. Here we actually have XP counters that'll level up as we do battles. You get plus 20 coins and plus 30 star bits.
Welcome, Mario and Rabbid Peach. It is fortunate that you are unharmed. Your safety is critical to our mission.
Hello, new character.
Hey, hello. Remember me, the entity who created you? I'm alive too.
Also fortuitous, but with a critical success factor that is lower in comparison by 31.732193%.
You're gonna be fun, aren't you?
Forgive Jeannie here for her arrogance, everyone. As the ship's new artificial intelligence, she just became self-aware yesterday. Obviously, I have a lot more testing to do, but seeing as how we're in an emergency situation here,
Hey, little fella.
Aren't you Sparkly? Did you come on board with Mario?
Interesting. It appears that this creature is equal parts Rabbid and Luma. It contains a massive amount of harnessable energy as a result.
I just realized you haven't played Mario Galaxy. You have no idea what the heck that thing is.
I suspect there are more of them scattered throughout the galaxy, though without more data, the exact number cannot be determined.
30. Just give me a spoiler now. How could this have happened? Rosalina would never have allowed this. Mama, she's in trouble because of Cursa. Please help her, please. Oh no, Rosalina, something terrible must have happened.
Cursa is conquering the galaxy using a corruptive energy called darkness. I can pinpoint the epicenter of this activity, Cursa's stronghold. It will take our ship an eternity to travel the distance between our current location and this stronghold. However, using a purified form of darkness energy, we could create a series of warp tunnels that would make such travel almost instantaneous.
just what I was about to suggest to our friend here. What do we call your kind? Aha! How about rabid lumas?
I mean, to be fair here, that is what they are. Sparks!
Really? Because objectively speaking, I think rabid lumas is kind of perfect, no?
I mean, you're not wrong. I do like that name, but Sparks are a lot easier to say. It stinks.
The closest planet within range is Beacon Beach. The dark mess has already spread there. Not enough data to define the level of danger.
Please, Jeannie, adventure may be new to you, but not to us. I expect the level of difficulty of this mission to be...
Not change, there's a difficulty selection. You can go relax, which would be make everything a lot easier. Average, which is the usual play. But I'm doing what I did during my first playthrough of this game and going straight up demanding.
Of course, I reserve the right to change my mind at any point during our mission.
Yeah, you can also change at any point. That's not fixed.
Regardless, with the rabid lumas behind us, the rocky road ahead will be made just a little smoother.
I believe the consensus was Sparks.
Technically, there was no consensus. That was just 2 votes against 1, and there's still a lot more people here. Ah, screw it.
Oh, whatever. What matters is we have their help. Listen, now that Cursor knows they're with us, I bet it will never bother us again.
I need the energy of those creatures. Bring them to me. That may be the only time that thing talks throughout this entire game, if I'm correct. I'm not joking. I think that's genuinely Curse's first and only voice line. If you can even call it that.
Out, out, out!
Out, out, out. If you're here to cause trouble, we're out of the limit already.
Put that away. We're heroes, not unruly tourists.
Heroes?
You mean like put yourselves in serious danger and help total stranger kind of heroes?
Bingo, bingo, bongo, baby!
Augie's got a prayer. What I mean is, we got some minor problems I could use some help with. See that thing on our lighthouse? The sun disappeared the second it showed up and snuffed out our lighthouse signal fire.
That thing is a dark mess tentacle. By eliminating it, not only can we reverse its ill effects on the weather, but we can purify its dark mess energy and use it to create a warp tunnel to our next destination. We must also eradicate any and all dark mess puddles. They won't yield purified dark mess energy, but they are still a threat.
Can you stop by the village first? It's under siege by a horrible menace. Been meaning to get on that for a while now.
Augie's request is compatible with our mission. I have detected a spark in the village as well. We should make contact.
I'll have to ask, why didn't he say his name, but then I just remember his whole, I got a prayer line.
Spark?
Spark? Is that what you call those little star-shaped critters? Ugh, they could have done both a favor and stayed home too.
Well, we're all here, but this trouble in the village sounds like a two-hero job, not including myself, of course.
Yeah, no duh.
Easy as pie. Let's get it over with before my nanodials start to rust. Who's with me?
New main quest unlocked. You unlock your first main quest, check them out on the map. Here's the step of our main quest. You're able to check all available quests, press X at any time and open your quest log. Yep. Welcome to Beacon Beach, the first world of the game. And it's pretty open, all things considered. Team heal. Yeah, you can heal instead of being healed at the end of each chapter, you can heal your team anytime you want. There's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, and trust me, it's going to get nuts.